everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday. It's finally sunny here. It's warming up. But what a crazy day in terms of the news, right? It's yet another big news day. It seems like every day is a big news day, but we knew that, right? That, March would be the month that is so crazy. So if you see me looking down, I have my iPad here. It's just easier for me to look at your comments. Hello, Buddha Lion, Christina, Madhu, Rory, Christina, Magswags. Welcome, everybody. Elsie, June, Elise. So how's everyone feeling today? So you may have noticed in the posts, I'm still going to call it the community tab. Like, I think that's just stuck in my head now. It's just forever going to be the community tab posts that I was talking about the Schumann resonance. And that does directly tie to the dream that I had. And from your comments, I saw that a lot of you guys had dreams also. So there is something with the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is like the Earth's heartbeat. It's the energy that the Earth puts out. And it gets measured around the clock every day, all hours of the day. And Saturday into Sunday, it was a big blackout, 24 hours of a blackout. Now, you can say maybe that's human error. It's a machine like anything else, right? We do know like there was huge solar flares happening at that time. But what millions and millions of people have noticed, that some of you are now starting to notice, is that when we have these blackouts, just like when we have those big white spikes, right? So if you're looking at the Schumann resonance chart, the blue and green is normal, right? What's not normal are huge white spikes. And the amount of angel spikes that I've seen in the past year is bizarre. The ones that actually make like angel wings, that's strange because they also seem to correlate with something. And it's not normal to have a 24-hour blackout. That is just strange. And what millions of us have noticed is two things. One, we start to feel it. Everything from dizziness, profound dreams, ringing in the ears, anxiety, restlessness, feeling like something is off but not knowing why. The other thing that we have noticed is that it correlates to big world events again and again. So I do understand the science behind it because this is something that's not, new age metaphysical per se, but we do get affected as human beings in bodies from this. And if it is a human turning off the machine, then they're doing something because we're all feeling it. I don't check the Schumann resonance on a daily basis, but I knew like this dream was so profound and I was feeling so crazy. I was feeling so dizzy. My ears were feeling strange. My cat Annie was off the hook. I thought to look, and no surprise, it was a big blackout, 24 hours. That is abnormal. And so, please check out the community post because I show you the actual chart and, I talk about it a bit. So I see everybody coming in. Beautiful. Okay. So the dream that I had. Now, this was an interesting dream. I have lots of dreams. I'm someone that does dream every night, first of all. And I have a tendency to remember them. I don't know if that's me being psychic. That's just how I am. But a lot of these dreams are prophetic. And this was a dream that felt like a remote viewing. Now, when I woke up Sunday morning, I had all this memory of this dream. It's like I had been watching a movie. I didn't share it with you right away because it did feel like a remote viewing. This didn't feel like something normal. And I knew that I had to sit with it for a bit because I knew that, when it's remote viewing, there's layers to it. And I knew that I needed to get to all the different layers so I could share it with you in a really deep and profound way. So here's my dream. And then I'm going to get into the layers. Wait until I get into the layers before you jump to conclusions. Okay. Take a breath. As a collective, I think we just all need to take a breath, right? So here's the dream. For those of you that watch me, I talk about the dark suit people, right? I've been remote viewing them for decades. And it's this group of people that I always see in dark suits that meet in this room that is like paneled with wood, the biggest wooden table you could imagine. It's beautiful, it's elegant. And I guess the best way to describe these people is very serious. They're staunch. They never seem happy or angry. There is a strange level of neutrality about them. And what I've come to learn after all these decades is that these seem to be the people that make a lot of decisions that affect us. You know, these people don't come and go. My entire life, I've been looking at the same group of people. You know, popes, prime ministers, kings, presidents, they come and go. These people don't. All right, here's where we start getting into the layers. So here's my dream. I'm in a room that's outside of that room. This is a first for me. I've never known what's outside that room. I've never seen anything beyond that room. It's like I'm just a fly on the wall watching. I'm in the room that you would have to walk through to get in that room. And this is what I'm going to say. It's for entertainment purposes only. Take this however you want, in whatever way you want. I think it is open for interpretation at many different levels. So this room was like, say, a den, a study, a lounge, very beautiful, the wood paneled walls, beautiful leather chairs, expensive liquor. Like I could see the gorgeous like crystal decanters, beautiful glasses, and it was filled with businessmen. Now, these are not businessmen that I recognized. So this wouldn't be like any of the ones that we normally see on the news. Okay. So I'm not quite sure who these businessmen are, other than I think for the most part, they're American. And they have businesses here. Okay. That's all I can really say about them, because once again, I'm watching it. And 45 is there talking to these people. And he's trying to schmooze them, ply them with a bit of liquor, I think, trying to win them over. And I could hear a lot of what he was saying and what they were saying, and that's what I'll share with you. So he was saying, you're going to have to deal with the economy dropping. It's going to drop. And this is like your heads up. It's going to plunge. And these are business people, right? So they're saying things like, no, like, I don't consent to this. I don't want this. You're going to erase all my gains. I heard that. And he kept saying, like, this is temporary. It's temporary. And they wanted reassurance. They're like, well, how do we know it's temporary? You know, you're asking us to sacrifice our businesses, our money, our livelihood. And he said, don't worry, it's going to be temporary. And they weren't buying it. They weren't having it. Okay. They did not like this. I don't blame them. And he made it very clear that this was a heads up, not asking for permission, that this is what's going to happen. And he said, you know, like, you're going to be fine. They were very skeptical. Okay. Now, I'm going to start going back into some of these layers here. There's something about this room that I noticed. If you remember years ago, I did a remote viewing on the royal family. And I had to stop because I accidentally discovered one of their secret passages, you know, that they have at Windsor Castle. And I didn't want to go there, right? You know, there's some things you don't do. But that room looked similar. It's not the same room, but it looked similar. It was enough that it made me stop and ask my guides, is there a correlation? These rooms look very similar. The same furniture, the same wood paneling. the leather-bound books, all of that. And what my guide said was, yes, there is a correlation. They gave me a brief like snapshot in my mind's eye of the royal family with the dark suit people. And the dream that I had, of course, means that 45 and the dark suit people do know each other, as I know. I mean, I know that they did. But it's like they take directives from these people, you know, and they have to listen to these people, which we will get into other videos, and we'll definitely get into membership, because as we start to realize that money isn't what we think it is, and it's just an energy, and you know, all of that, you know, what is true wealth? Well, if you think like, say, you know, Elon is the wealthiest man, why would you think that? Because he literally puts himself on TV. If you had an extreme amount of money, you're the wealthiest person, you wouldn't put yourself out there because it'd be too dangerous and people would be asking you for money and you wouldn't do it. These people have actual true power. And so then it comes into question, what is actually true power in the new world? And what's always been true power. And it's going to come down to knowledge. In membership, we will get into that. Tonight, members, after this at 7 p.m. Eastern, we are doing our live chat. I am going to get in for the first time with you who the dark suit people are. I've never shared that publicly. I just always say it's people that you don't recognize because you wouldn't. So members, tonight, 7 p.m., I'm going to be sharing that with you. And so I thought it was really interesting. What I think is going to happen, and I will pull some cards on this, is, first of all, I don't know if you have to be psychic to realize that this is planned, what we're seeing, right? This isn't random. This isn't natural, what's happening to our economy. This is something that is being done, right? Because it didn't have to be done, right? Like, we literally didn't have to do this, but it's happening. And so where it's being intentionally brought to light, it's manifesting in front of us, it will end the same way. And, you know, come the fall, I think we're going to feel quite differently. We're going to realize, okay, like, this wasn't so good. But in 2026, it gets fixed. And what I have to say is, because I do so many personal readings, this isn't going to affect you the way you think. So pick which energy you want to align with, because I have to say, I actually haven't read for anybody who is going to be like destitute. I haven't read for a single soul, but that's the case. And I will say, if you do want a reading, go to my website, dianeaquarius.com. I am only taking 6 clients for a live session on Zoom a month. Okay. So that's on Wednesdays. Just to explain what I did on my website, that's Wednesdays. There's one Tuesday in the month that you can schedule a pre-recorded video where you send me your questions. I make you a video. Okay. So just clearing that up, because I know somebody wrote to me today, they got confused about that. So, and also too, with membership, oh my gosh, members, the Starseed Money Code. So that is fully uploaded. It's in its own playlist. If you want to join membership at the Awaken Your Mind level or above, that is there for you to take. It's on demand right here on YouTube whenever you want to take it. And I'm adding a second course with some more exercises, more visualizations. But members, listen, I'm going to be making a post for you guys where I'm going to ask you to tell me how you want to make more money, okay? Because I've done this for people in the past, and I have done this for clients that I've asked. I gave the example during the class of the person that just makes wreaths, right? Well, how do you make wreaths that actually sell, that's going to make you 6 figures, that's spiritually aligned? Because it's not just about making money. You want to do something that's good for the universe, right? And so making these spiritually aligned wreaths that have a higher purpose. And so I'm going to be taking some of your ideas of how you want to grow a business, how you want to manifest your money in a spiritual way so you can help others and take care of yourself at the same time. And I will be showing you live how to make that spiritually aligned. So I will be putting up, like a little ad, I guess, for it in the community. I'm going to call it the community tab forever. You know what? I just found. So let's pull some cards on this. Giselle, I will be asking all those questions about the dark suit people in membership right after this. Like, yeah, because she's asking how do they get into their positions, who pays them. See, you're still thinking old school. Who pays them, right? You're thinking money. I'm going to say something that's going to change things, I think. Okay. Why are you guys asking what happened in the dream? I just told you my dream. It's 45 telling prominent business people that he's going to tank the economy, but it's short term. But with that said, and we've talked about this in membership, we've done channelings and all that with this information. I would be shocked if he is president in 2026. I do think we're going to see the rise of Vance, whether you like it or not. I do think that that's going to happen. Okay, so what do we need to know about the economy? Please keep your eye out on Thursday. I'm doing a video on the future of Social Security. And then the next one will be on the downfall of Elon, because that is coming. Because everything 45 touches dies, right? Elon included. Not literally, of course, not literally. But okay. What do we need to know about it? Okay. Wow. Okay, so if you don't know, this is one of my cards for the US. Here's the Empress. So, okay, that's us, right? So we did have a good economy. We were a world leader. I don't know about you, but like we were sleeping pretty good at night prior to mid-January. And so this is where we're coming from, but this is where we're going back to, okay? This is a storm that we can weather. We've got this. We have got this, okay? And I can't stress that enough. Obstacle card. 3 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, this is going to cause grief, right? Heartache, heartbreak. It's going to be difficult. That's why I'm teaching that course. Because there's other things that I want to teach, but I really feel like I need to teach people how to be financially independent in a spiritual way at this time. Money's shifting. King of Swords. 7 of Swords. Wow, lots of sword energy, huh? 8 of Swords. Oh, weird. And then bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. Okay, so when we put this together, first of all, that's a lot of swords, right? So that tells me, just initially looking at this, lots of thought, lots of planning. That is what the swords are about, right? King of Swords, that is our government, okay? But is the King of Swords at his best? Well, not when he's surrounded by the 7 of and 8 of Swords, right? He's actually in his detriment. So normally I would say King of Swords, great. He's fair, he's balanced, he's impartial. No, he's actually doing something. Look, he's stealing. And he's doing it in broad daylight, right? That's the thing about the 7 of Swords. He's not sneaky. Look at all that sunlight here. It's broad daylight, okay? And he took 5 of the 7 swords and he's like, ha, I gotcha. And can you tell what he is? Look at his clothes. Russian, okay? And that makes us feel restricted, okay? Which goes along with this. Feeling burdened and oppressed. Okay. But what I like about the 10 of Wands is it's a 10. So it means you're coming to the end of a cycle. Something is ending, right? And the thing about him just like the Eight of Swords, they are choosing to stay in that energy. Look how loose her binds are. She could take them off and walk away. There is nothing stopping her. She's choosing to feel that. Every sword's an anxiety. It's a stress. It's a worry. She's choosing it. Okay. So which one are you going to be? You know, are you going to be that person that stays in that energy? Or are you going to be more like, say, the Empress, where you are creative, you're productive, you're fertile with new ideas, you're just abundant in all the good things that you want? And with him, all he had to do was bundle up his wands, put him on his back. He could stand up straight and see where he's going. And so I think that this is a real turning point. Okay. Let's pull some cards for 2026. I'm going to switch decks. It's so funny. I've showed this to you guys before. It's, what is it called? Everyday Witch. But for the longest time, because I wanted it because it has cats on it. It has all kinds of cats. And so I kept looking for cat tarot. Because I don't care about the witch part. I wanted the cats. Okay, so 2026. Hello to everyone that's coming in late. Make sure you hit, the like button. Listen, I don't ask you to hit the like button. You can actually hit the dislike button. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing it because I want a pat on the back. It's because it makes it so other people can see it. If only you watch it and you don't like leave a comment, you don't hit the like button, you don't subscribe, you don't share, other people don't get to see it. It really stinks for me as a creator because I don't have control over that. But just keep that in mind. You know, every time you don't do that, like, yeah, we need to fix that. Like, can we please fix that already? Okay, so 2026. Whoa, how crazy is this? King of Swords. King of Swords all over again. Okay, so let's see though. Let's see. Okay, let's not assume anything. Obstacle, the Tower. The Tower. Okay, not surprised. So, but here's the thing. He's now representing the situation. He's not in his detriment. He's not surrounded with these negative cards, right? Now he's like at the heart of the matter. And so he is having to deal with chaos, right? Because it's not going to end overnight. These things don't. Once again, I still think the average person's going to be fine. Unless you're trying to pull out, stocks at this moment, try to wait a little bit. Two of Swords. Okay, so now here we go. Having to make decisions, but she's blindfolded again. So this tells me where we're seeing so many people not seeing that we have so much more control, okay, than what we think. You can take the blindfold off. I just want to say welcome, Lupita, Gail, and Jill. Welcome to membership. Welcome, guys. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. That's what we want to see. So knights do take action. This is action with money. Okay. So decisions are being made, Two of Swords, about action with money. He's slow. He's steady. He's not one of the crazy, emotional, impulsive knights. I like him. All right. Two of Pentacles. Our money comes into balance. And look, the infinity symbol. Some people are going to have like this beautiful abundance, like this infinite amount of what it is they need to support themselves and those people around them. Because remember, as light workers, this is a beautiful chance to start, that soup kitchen, that food pantry, like, my family did when I was little. I talk about that in, the course. The animal sanctuary, the helping with the vets, all that stuff. You can be that person. Bottom of the deck. Okay, look at this. This is crazy. 10 of Cups. So that's how we end up. See all the family happily sitting there. Peace, love, and happiness. The cycle has ended in a beautiful and peaceful way. So we're going through this. And we will get through it, guys. We're going to get through it. I promise. I swear to you. I do. And what I would say is sit back, watch it unfold, because you can't control the twists and turns. You're not going to. And that's okay. You know, I always say to myself, sometimes I say it many times during the day, I signed up for this. I came down for this. I don't know what they gave me on the other side to write this little contract sometimes, but you know, here I am. And so, all right, everybody, I'm going to end with a 3-card pull. We'll use my favorite Oracle deck. I love this deck, Oracle of the Fairies. So yeah, once again, guys, check out my website, Diane Aquarius, if you do want a reading, and join membership. Right after this, guys, I am talking about who those dark suit people are that I've never talked about in all these decades. And I'm going to give you deeper layers of that dream so you can know what to expect. You guys will be prepared. Okay. I love these cards. So just take a nice deep breath. 1, 2, or 3. Which one has the message for you today? Here we go. Card number 1. Look in a book. How beautiful is that? I love books. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So maybe not a literal book, like maybe like looking something up, reading a blog, watching a podcast, taking like an online course, something like that. There's information out there. So that tells me like you need to look at something that's outside of you for an answer. Okay. And then bring it back into yourself and sit with it. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Oh, okay. Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, you know, they talk a lot about food noise nowadays, right? When you start thinking about food too much. Like when it was my birthday in January, I was laying in bed and I knew there was cake in the kitchen. And oh yeah, there was food noise. I may have been eating cake in the middle of the night, maybe. But you know what? As long as you don't do it every day, right? Fairy spotting. Oh yeah, you know, in membership, guys, I do have a fairy course. If you do want to actually learn how to do fairy spotting yourself, it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Yeah, I mean, they are here with us and there are things that you can do. You know, a real simple technique that I'll share with you is when you just let your eyes go really soft, like just kind of like bring them down a bit, like how like a lot of Buddhists meditate, and you let your eyes go fuzzy while you're outside and you're someplace quiet near trees or flowers. And, you know, oftentimes you can see fairies, you know, call them in, invite them in. They want to work with you. So, all right, everybody. This was fantastic. I'm so glad that, you know, we got to connect tonight. And members, I will see you in about half an hour. And look for my video on Thursday about the future of Social Security. All right, everybody, have a good night. Bye, guys.